Welcome back to the Lone Ranger Show with Bruce Woodburn, and I appreciate you joining me. We had a lot to talk about. We talked about the government shutdown, how that's going to impact interest rates. We've talked about that the prediction for interest rates dropping into the mid fives by the first quarter of next year now may be completely off the table. And all those folks that are waiting for those rates to drop into fives may not see that. Now we're seeing indicators thinking that we're going to stay between 6.2 and 6.4. I hope that's not true, folks. I was really hoping to get things down into the fives. Now, if you're a veteran, I can get you into the fives. If you're FHA, I can get you into the fives. But if you're conventional, it's hard to get into fives. It's the low sixes is really where the market is sitting with conventional loans. Very unfortunate for conventional folks. However, it is what it is. So if you've got a rate of say 7% or higher, I need you to talk to me about refinancing. And here's why. If interest rates don't go down, and let's just say I could save you $250 a month in your payment right now. Okay. And let's just say that you've had your home for 2 years. Okay. So you've had your home and you have 336 months remaining on it. And I could save you even $200 a month. Then that's $67,200. Now listen, you may have said, hey, Bruce, $200, it ain't worth me doing. Well, if your break-even point is 24 to 36 months, it's worth doing. And I'll determine what your break-even point is. Now, a lot of you folks, your taxes went up, your homeowner's insurance went up, your escrow is short. So I had a client the other day, I looked at it and I said, hey, I can save you $335 a month. But then I found out his taxes had gone up and his homeowner's insurance went up. So I was really only saving them about $200 because it went up. But if he didn't refinance, his payments would have gone up $150 a month. So I really did save him the $330 that I promised, but only compared to what it would have gone to. Now, listen, escrow shortages can be really tough for folks. If you bought a house in the last 12 months, and you hopefully you filed for homestead exemption. If you haven't filed for homestead exemption in the state of Florida and you live in that property, you need to do that right now. You need to do it right now. Don't even wait, because by God, if you don't, you're going to cost yourself a lot of money because your taxes can go up whatever the tax rate goes up. And I'm not so certain that the state of Florida is going to get rid of property taxes. I don't even know how that's going to happen, but I've heard that there's a lot of things in the works, but I'll believe it when I see it. So listen, I want to talk about something else. It's getting toward the end of the year. If you want to refinance and we do it, now's a good time because I can have you skip December's payment, maybe even December and January. So generally when I'm doing a VA or an FHA refinance, and these are the folks I'm talking to right now is FHA and VA, I want you to call me because Christmas, wouldn't it be easy if you could save your Christmas payment? Let's just say your payment's $2,500. Wouldn't it be nice to avoid paying that? And then in January, you get your first payment. In January, you got a first payment. Now I could refinance it and we could close in December. You'll miss December and January payment. So wouldn't that be nice? I can have you do that in most cases. So you need to call me if you've got a rate. If your interest rate is north of like 6.875, you need to give me a call. 407-706-3313 or 813-213-4009. I'm going to switch gears here because I do that. I got ADD. Everything just switches in my head fast, okay? But I want to reach out because we're getting toward the end of the year. It's going to be tax season before you know it. And I know you self-employed people. I got a lot of self-employed people listening to my show. And you can go and you can collect your last 2 years tax returns and you can bring that to me or you can bring it to the bank to get a mortgage. And when they look at it and they go, well, Mr. Johnson, you said you made $400,000 a year, but it looks to me like you only made $29,000 last year. Well, that's because I got a creative accountant and they write everything off. But if you look at it, I grossed that much Well, I know, Mr. Johnson, but that doesn't make any difference. That's what you netted, and that's what you reported to the IRS, and that's what you paid taxes on. And I can only approve you with income of $29,000. Well, the loan arranger don't play that game because I love self-employed people. I believe you are the heartbeat of America. I believe without self-employed businesses, this country would be in shambles, and we don't do enough for you. So I got a great program. I got two of them. I got one is my self-employed bank statement program. Now, I can do it for 12 months bank statements or 24 months, but let's just say 12 months. You give me your last 12 months bank statements from your business account. I'm going to add up all the deposits going into your account. So let's just say it's $40,000 a month in deposits. I'm going to give you $20,000 a month in income. How about that? Now, listen, you got to put down 10, 15, 20%. I'm not going to do a 3% down program on that, but minimum 10. Most of the time, I'm looking at 15 to 20%. 20% is your best on a bank statement program. I'm not going to mince anything about it. It's better rates. It's better everything. So now I want you to think about this. You take that guy that said he made $400,000, but he only claimed, we'll call it $30,000. So he avoided paying taxes on $370,000 at, let's just say, a 30% tax bracket, because that's what you'd be in at that. So times 30%, he avoided paying $111,000 in taxes. Now, I do the math for you. We buy a $500,000 house. I compare your bank statement interest rate to your conventional interest rate. You're going to be a little bit higher, but not much. So let's just say it cost you an extra $6,000 a year in interest. Would you rather pay me $6,000 or would you rather pay Uncle Sam $111,000? You do the math. I don't think you're going to need a calculator for that one. You come to the loan arranger. I take care of my self-employed people. All you real estate agents out there, you CPAs that listen to me, you financial planners, you should be taking me out to dinner, and I will show you how you can be a hero with your self-employed people. There's no reason to send them anywhere else. They're not going to get a bank loan. They're not. You're right now. You are getting paid as a CPA to save me tax dollars. I want you to save as many tax dollars as you can because I want to avoid paying all the taxes I can. I'll pay my fair share according to the IRS code, but I don't want to pay more. So I want to write off whatever I can. So do you. But you deserve a break today. This is like McDonald's. You deserve a break today. Come on and see me, the loan arranger. Write my phone number down. Just pull out your phone right now and put me in there. This ain't a call center number. This is my cell phone number. 813-213-4009 or Orlando at 407-706-3313. That's 407-706-3313. My name's Bruce Woodburn, like burning wood. I am the loan arranger, not the Lone Ranger. I am the loan arranger. I arrange loans. So that's my name. I'm a cowboy. I'm a redneck. I'm a high school dropout. I don't have a Harvard finance degree. I do have a PhD, though. I have a public high school diploma equivalency that I did get from Seminole Community College because I didn't finish high school. I was orphaned at 15 years old. I did not have a golden spoon. I've worked my butt off for what I have, but I have created millions for my family. And I say that not to brag because I am not the smartest guy in the room. I'm smart. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to be fooled, but I'm not highly educated like most of you. So why do I harp on my doctors? Because you're the smartest people in the world and you're the worst with your money. Absolutely the worst. So you call me up, I'll yell at you, I'll fix your problems, I'll tell you how to get the right numbers, I'll tell you how to get the right financial people to put your money in the right place because you trust people that don't take care of you. You need to talk to somebody that's going to take care of you. Now, I'm not a financial planner, so I can't do it, but I can tell you what I do. I can't do it in writing because I'm not licensed to do that. I can't tell you, well, you should invest in the QQQ and you should invest in the S&P. I can't tell you that because I'm not a financial advisor. I don't have a license for that. but I got a brain and I got a plan, and it's worked out really well for me. And I've helped make multiple people multimillionaires over the years. Now, when I say I helped, I just gave them some guidance. Okay. I've helped people develop millions of dollars in real estate portfolio. I got one of my clients, Ruby, she's worth $10 million already. She went through my leapfrog program. She started off with her first condo. I'm telling you, don't let life pass you by. If you're not picking up the phone now and giving me a call, you're making a mistake. And by God, if you got credit problems, let's get you going in the right direction. You got no cash in the bank, then let's get you in the right direction. You got to invest in your 401k. You got to max it out. If you're self-employed, you got to be buying IRAs. You got to get your financial person to tell me, how much do I need to put in the bank every month so I can retire with money? And believe me, you think about it. You think about it. If you make $150,000 a year, how much do you think you're going to need in the bank to be able to live off of? Because 500,000 at 5% interest is only $25,000. So you need 150,000. You're going to need what? $1.5 million? $1.5 at 5% will make you $75,000. Won't even make you 150. $1.5 million at 5%. Now, you may say, well, I can make more than 5% on my money right now. So can I. I'm making 18 to 20, even more in some cases. However, when you go into retirement and you don't have income, you're going to reduce the risk and you can guarantee yourself a 5%. Now, if you're one of the folks right now, go, Bruce, I got a high yield account and I went into and I'm getting 4.75%. Well, you don't have the right financial advice. You need to fire whoever it is you hired and get rid of them. Now, all you self-employed people, I want to go back to you. Now, whether you're self-employed or not, what if you want to buy investment property, but you're not showing the income, but you got assets, 20 to 25%, 25, 30%, DSCR, write that down, DSCR, debt service coverage ratio. I do these loans. The only income I need is the income that the property is going to produce and rent. These are for investment properties only. DSCRs, unbelievable. On a DSCR, if you got high credit scores and you're putting down 25, 30% down, I'll show you how to get the same rate as a conventional loan on a DSCR. And you don't even need to supply me with your pay stubs, your tax returns, your P&L, your balance sheet, none of that stuff. None of that stuff. You don't need it. Leave it at home. Loan arranger don't even want to see it. You don't need it. I got better stuff for you. The problem is your bank don't want you to know about these things. They want you to do an ARM in a fixed rate market. Can you believe getting an ARM in a fixed rate market? Yeah, I mean, people have told, hey, you got any adjustable rate mortgages? No, I don't. I do, but I'm not going to do it because I'm not going to do stupid loans for people that got stupid loans back in the early 2000s when I told them not to do it then, but they knew more than I do. Bruce, I got friends of mine that are doing this on interest only and neg AM loans, and boy, they made a ton of money. Yeah, then they went bankrupt. That's what happened. Don't be foolish. Don't be foolish, folks. Listen, if it sounds too good to be true, it's too good to be true. It ain't going to happen. There's risk involved in life. Keep things simple. Don't make them so complicated. You don't need to be complicated. I'm simple. Like I said, I'm a high school dropout. Why do you want to hire a high school dropout to give you advice on your most important investment? Because you have somebody that knows the market, knows how to do mortgages better than anybody that you know, and will always give you an honest opinion. Listen, I got to go. I've had a lot of fun with you today. A lot of fun. I hope this was helpful. But I do want you to write down my number, 407-706-3313 or 813-213-4009, or go to WeBringYouHome.com. You can find me there. You can find me all over the interweb, but I'm here to make sure that you and your family have a better way of life, and I can show you how to make money. Just give me a call. I'm right there. Those are not call center numbers, folks. They're mine. Have a blessed weekend. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you, government, for getting the shutdown taken care of. And by God, you can count on me to be back here next week. Have a great day.